Femme Sports Channel, Selectong de Brigier, Legends Rising, the home of empowerment in women's sports. Alrighty. Hello, and I am Andrew Van Zark from Femme Sports Journal. I hope you're having a great time. Read and subscribe at femsportsjournal.substack.com. Follow me on YouTube Short and on X also. So let's get things running and flowing. Today we have the one and only the Meme Show, which is now live. The Golf Meme Show. Hope that you're all having a great time. Let me actually share it around so that people can get into some awesomeness right here. So let's share it on X. That way people can log in. Da, 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 da. All right, let's get it running here, and there we go. On air. Over at Substack. Perfect. We are now sharing it. Let's fix it a little bit and make it a little more engaging, so that people can make sure to tune in as best as they can. All right, let's put that in there. We're good. We're getting things flowing here, and all right, copy. Hope that everything is sounding good, and that we are ready to go in. All right, perfect. Let me post that around here and get things flowing as best as we can. And boom. Perfect. Let me put it as a note around here. And we are more than good to go. Alright, so how's everyone doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope that everybody has had a good sleep, and that everything is flowing as best as possible, and that you have had all the stuff that makes you feel better, you know? Alright, so as we get in here, we're gonna just, talk about memes, get things flowing, and all that stuff. Oops, that's too loud over here. I don't know if anyone can hear the little background music that I composed for the stream, but that's okay. For the radio show right here. So this is the Meme Show. I'm still trying as a person that does this show. What would be like the perfect like style for the show? And I would love if I could like keep the text thing more of the serious side of myself, and keep the radio show more as this is casual. Let's just have fun. Let's have a little laugh, but keep the same topic of disc golf, and mini golf, simulated golf, video game golf, and all that all together. The same topics, all things golf, and then from there, just make this space for everybody to be funny and whatnot. So you can chat down below as best as you want if you feel like it. I don't harm. No harm, no foul. I don't bite. Alright, so let's get it flowing here. And let's get started. There's a lot of things we can talk about from, the world of golf and all that kind of stuff, There is many things, Like, why are all golf scenes so common in cartoons of all eras? The enduring appeal of golf in cartoons. There's many good scenes in cartoons where we have a good laugh when it comes to golf. From Bugs Bunny to those little comic strips they would put on magazines and on newspapers back in the day. You know, with the 1930s to 1940s with the Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Goofy, um, Bugs Bunny going against that Scott man that he accidentally stumbled upon to. We got Peanuts, we got Flintstones, we got anime, we got Bob's Burger, The Simpsons, Family Guy, and again. Single panel newspapers and slash magazine cartoons like in the New Yorker and the Golf Digest, that kind of stuff. So while not every cartoon features golf, these running scenes stem from its timeless comedic reliability, something most of us have enjoyed, whether we play proper golf, casually visit a driving range, or enjoy mini golf, or even play video game golf. It picked in the classic era, but persist because the jokes, a ball defying physics, or a character exploding in rage never gets old. That's why we still see those kind of gags around here as much as possible. And I wrote an article about it. It's more in depth than what I'm actually explaining right here. So if you want to just read it, it's out right now. I wrote it today, and I'm really proud of this one because I really delved in. There's key reasons for golf's popularity in cartoons, notable examples, and the later appearances. Because till this day, we still have, and not just in cartoons, but even in films, on video games, we have sitcoms like Fresh Prince of Bel Air has had like golf moments. We've had cartoons like in Dexter's Laboratory. Now that one was a funny one. I didn't include it because I didn't think about it at that point in time. But there's a lot of cartoons, and the list is endless. The list is very much endless, if you ask me. It's impossible for me to keep up with all the scenes that have been out there in cartoons when it comes to golf. Golf is a really popular sport. You know, um, I would say that golf is as popular as basketball and baseball. Because when you and soccer and football. Because when you look at films, in the pop culture media, it's always either golf, basketball, baseball, or American football, or last but not least, European football, as we call it in the U.S. and in Puerto Rico, soccer. You know, but it's everywhere. It's around everywhere. And we cannot deny that golf is on that list. Because there's a lot of sports. We've had hockey and all that, but hockey is not as recurrent as you might think. Sure, you might think, but what about Inside Out? What about Happy Gilmore? What it mentioned hockey, but the whole thing was centered around golf. So golf was the main thing, technically. We can say Mighty Ducks. We can say what was called again, the Rocket Surfer or something like that was called, the show from Nickelodeon where we had all those skaters that they actually played street hockey, a variation that is played with rollerblades instead of ice blades, ice skates. And we can argue back and forth that hockey is also part of that list, but it's not as popular as you might think because we have, you know, lots of various sports, but golf is in the top right there. Golf is definitely in the top right there. We can't deny that whatsoever, as much as we want to think it otherwise. So let's keep that thing in our own heads. You know. The golf is all the way up there. Let me check if everything is flowing as accordingly. All right, for the people on mobile, it's running accordingly, right? Yeah, perfect. So if you all want to check me out, I'm on air on Substack. So let's get ourselves a little aware of the jokes out there for golf. There's a lot of jokes. A lot of jokes we can get ourselves aware of, you know? So, um, we can start with the memes, but outside of the memes, we got those traditional jokes, you know? So, like for example, why do golfers always carry an extra pair of pants? Or, you know, extra pair of trousers? Why do golfers always, why? In case they get a hole in one. Get it? You know? Why do golfers ever carry two pair of trousers? In case they get a hole in one. You know, that's a good one. You know, it doesn't get old. You know, my mate asked why I keep a spare ball in my pocket. I told him it's for when I'm in the rough and I need to declare a provisional, or when the ball runs out of ice. You know. So what's the difference between a golfer and a skydiver? A skydiver goes whoosh, bugger, while a golfer goes bugger whoosh, bugger, bugger, bugger. It happens, you know? So I told my wife I dreamt I shot a 65 at Royal Bringerdale. She asked if I woke up happy. I said, no. I played the back nine and realized it wasn't a dream. Oh, you know that when stuff like that happens, you don't expect it, and then you end up in a pickle like that. So golf is the only sport where the most fear opponent is you, in your caddy's silent judgment, you know. And also the other thing that's a really pickle is the big wind, you know, because sometimes that wind can get a little aggressive, you know, and could go either way and make a tunnel and a spin, and then and your ball goes somewhere else. No matter how good and how well put together you get your aim um on that shot, if you don't calculate the wind's direction, yep, it's gonna fly off somewhere else, and you're gonna be really frustrated because you won't have your ball with you. And trust me, you don't want that to be a thing. Trust me, you don't. That would be really devastating, to say the least. Just saying. Oh, has anyone ever played golf before? I've never played an actual round of golf in like real life. I've only played like actual golf on simulator. For the most part, I've only done like practice rounds, like driving range, or practice putting, or I once tried chipping it in, but that was really hard. You know, I think the hardest thing in golf, other than the green, is chipping that ball in. Wow, that is incredible to say the least. You know, it drives me nuts. I tried. I placed it on purpose on the bunker. I can't say that word without sounding like I come from the UK. You know, it's a bunker. You know, you put it on the bunker, and from there, um, I try to hit it, and it only went up. It hit the side of the bunker, you know, the edge, and it went back in the bunker. And I was like, really? And I got so mad. Then the other time, I whoop, and it went to the other side of the fringe. And I was like, really? It's like the hardest thing you can do in golf. And I thought putting was harder, but no. Chipping that ball in is harder, or at least giving yourself a good approach. Because I'd rather go through a little bit of trouble aiming that ball and calculating the line and the green than to actually um chip it in. Trust me. And for me, like the most fun thing is what you might calling is putting. That's why I love mini golf. But yeah, you know, it's funny how all the golfers, since golf is a really expensive sport, I would say it's the most expensive sport out there, because you can't find all the equipment that easy unless you get handed in the stuff. But the problem is that you can't practice the sport without even uh playing for a club membership unless there's a free golf course, which it's not that common. At least in my island, it's not. So it's funny how most people think that most golfers, what they do is just try to hit. They do divots all the time, miss the ball goes in the water, and then throw the money out there. Um, that's what people think. Society thinks I just kiss the club and praise being rich and famous. And what I think I do, or most people think they do, is hit divots and put it nearby the pin. But what actually happens is you hit the ball, it goes in the water. It's in a position where it's safe to grab. You grab your net, and you try to grab the ball and put it back in your bag and clean it, and then play again. Unless the ball is way too out in the water, then you're doomed. You gotta get a new ball at that point in time. So it's funny how people think we're just people that play golf are just wallowing in money, throwing it out there, and being senseless. Or technically you're just doing business and making more connections and networking, which it's not always the case. Sometimes you're just minding your own business, laughing with the mates. Laugh with the mates. And sometimes some people are just wasted on the rough with a bunch of beer. You know, a beer, a whole day sad. It will be fun. They said, and then you're just in the floor, all full of alcohol. That sort of thing happens, and it happens more often than it shouldn't. I do think that we shouldn't let that be a thing. It's annoying. It's annoying to say the least. And I rather not see more drunk people in the fairway. No, it's annoying. You don't know the countless of videos I've found on the internet of people being drunk on the fairway. At least I'm happy that when I went to my local free golf course, we didn't see any drunks. All the drunks were in the bar, where they should be. Stay in the bar. Stay in the damn bar. Let the regular people that are not drunk play in the whatchamacallit, on the driving range and on the practice rounds. Because oh my god. So yeah. Anyways, if anyone has played some golf or whatnot, you can let me know your stories, or if you've seen videos around. One of my funniest memories of watching a video of golf, now that I can think of, is the jackass prank with the air horn on the golf course. Wow, that is hilarious to say the least. Hilarious. I gotta tell you, that is hilarious. I wanna actually find that and actually post that on my YouTube shorts so that people can laugh as much as they want. Because wow, you know, my golf blog is not supposed to be taken serious. It's supposed to be just for fun, for entertainment. For people that just enjoy golf in the more wacky way, in the quirky way. That people that enjoy golf because they watched an anime that it's about golf. They played Mario Golf or any video game that has golf in it. That's what my blog is supposed to be. See, for anyone that's out there trying to lecture me that you should be more serious because you're a communicator and you're supposed to be, communicating with proper guidelines and whatnot. And I'm like, no, I'm an online blogger. I entertain. I analyze whatever the heck I want, and I write however the heck I want. And most importantly, if I want to make you laugh, I make you laugh. Period. Simple. We're not gonna change that. We're not gonna change that anyway. Laughing and golf are my main thing on this blog. If you don't laugh or enjoy golf in any shape or form, you're missing out. You're missing out. The whole point of my blog. Seriously. And I'm not just trying to attract smarties. We are trying to get ourselves connected here with people that love golf through wacky ways. Actually I saw an Epson, I think it was an Epson Tour player that she said she got into golf through Wii Sports. She played Wii Sports, she got interested, and boom, she went to play real golf. And that's the sort of people I'm trying to attract here. People that got involved in golf through the most wackiest, fun, comedical, humorous way. That's the type of people I'm trying to attract here. And if you're one of those, come in. I'll give you the latest on LPGA. I'll give you the latest golf meme. I'll give you the latest in FPDO. Yeah, female professional disc golfer. Because I also go with the disc golf. And all that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to attract the casuals, not the snobby, gotta be the best golfer ever, No. I'm trying to attract the casuals, the one that play golf with the shits and giggles involved. That's the type of people. Like the people that enjoy a jackass joke, people that enjoy Family Guy, but also love when they showcase golf because they also love golf. That's the sort of people I want to attract. The ones that are nerdy and quirky, but enjoy golf in the most nerdiest and quirkiest way. For example, you play Switch sports all day long with the golf. And that's your only experience with golf. You like watching golf films or golf series, or you like when a cartoon showcases some golf. You know, that's the sort of people that I want to attract the most. Sure, snobs, people that are really into golf or they're a golf coach or something. Because I have a friend that she's a coach. Yeah, you can come and you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to join in. So, that's the sort of people I want to attract. People that got into golf through a casual, humorous way. Period. Simple. There's no much to be talking about there. So, and by all means, if you're playing golf and the ball doesn't go in on the green, and you were so sure that putt was gonna be like so well put together, then don't be like Gilmore and just bend over there and be like, get in your ball, get in there, get in the hall, or get in your house, get in the hall. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person on the green. Don't. Trust me, don't. If you're playing golf, by all means, get mad some other way. But let other people putt their ball. Just saying. Just saying. Just a saying. Let's keep it that way. All right. So I hope that everybody that's tuning in, whether recorded or on air, while I'm on air, I hope that everybody has been having a good time, and that everybody has enjoyed themselves as much as they can. Um, for next for next one, I might change the to put it on air there, even though there's a live thing here, but I would like to have on air. I want maybe a logo right there in the corner or something. I don't know. Anyways, hope that everybody has been having a good time. That you enjoyed some good golfing chatting right there. You can check out my latest post. I'm really proud of this one. Um, I love when I write those quirky ones, you know. So yeah, why not? Anywho, let's get ourselves aware of what's good and what's not. I hope that everybody has had a good night. Remember, folks. Remember. This one is very important for you to remember and to keep it in the back of your head. You know, because as much as we like to talk about the golf, we like to talk about the what's funny about golf and all the good stuff from golf. I want to let y'all know something. Don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. You know, sports writers, don't give up. Keep writing because even silent readers are curious about what you have to say. Sometimes your greatest competition is yourself. So don't put yourself down. Just keep writing. Keep writing, and it doesn't matter if it's not perfect or not, you will have readers. Even if you don't notice them, you have readers. Cause I checked out my analytics, and there's always at least hundreds of people reading. You know, maybe like 140, maybe like 190. Sometimes 200 people read it, and I'm like, there's readers. There's readers. Even if there are freebies, they are reading. Eventually, if you have like some donations set up, you can get a donation, or maybe eventually they could become paid subscribers. Even if you don't have something worthy behind the paywall and your biggest things are free, someone eventually is gonna pay just to support you. You know, it's like Twitch. You know, Twitch is free, and you can watch a streamer for free the whole time. You know, but if you subscribe, one, you get away from the ads, and two, you get yourself a chance to support your favorite streamer, and that way they continue doing what they love doing. You know, and I encourage you all, if you enjoy my sports writing, I encourage you to subscribe, even if it's just $5 a month, so that you can all get yourself connected with what's fun, and support me and help build my career, and that way I can continue giving you awesome blog posts. Anywho, I also wrote a Rising Impact review recently, which I'm actually really proud of that one. I've been really proud of those the last ones, because it's been a while since I wrote a like really long post, because usually my long post starts as me giving a quick thought on something, and it mixed with that update of the latest thing on LPGA, or a rising golfer at this point in time. And yeah, and when I do those reviews or those blog posts, that takes me like 2 or 3 days to finish it up correctly. I'm really stoked with those and really happy about those. So I hope you get to read them. And again, if you want to support, you can just go paid. and I'll be more than happy. And if you don't want to go subscribe, that's okay. You can always donate whatever you feel like, and any donation is more than welcome. But thank you all for listening. Thank you all for being here, and catch you all on the flip side. Adios, amigos. Bye.